So it just felt like it was the right time to do a video because I've had kind of a day of it, and I wanted to report some wisdom that I got from the ancestors. Oy, stay still. So I go to Point Reyes because to go on hikes sometimes as much as I feel pulled to do that, and I go and I just connect. And specifically, it's a place that I connect with my nephew, Alexander, who passed away in 2015 and at 26 years old. And he was a beautiful, beautiful soul. He was just light and love, really. He was, and wise as like many, way beyond his years. So he came in and he did his life here, and then he bailed. He was done. He was like, 26, I'm out. So rewind, 2015, October, Alexander passed away. And so a few days later, went out to the Bear Valley Trail at Point Reyes. And I just was walking and I came upon like this one area. It was just especially lush and green. And, it was fall. So it was, the leaves were falling, and it was just sort of this magical, holy experience. But as I was in the forest, I felt him there with me, and I felt a sense of great peace and this beautiful love that's sort of undefinable. And he and I had a very spiritual soul connection here on Earth. So I 100% believe that that love, that connection never dies. It's infinite and it's eternal. And I, without a shadow of a doubt, feel I'm going to see him again in reunion. So that'll be when I'm passed through the realm. So the next part of the story is that, so I'm walking through during that time, and he's sharing with me where he is and how he kind of moved through the dying process, and how he learned to trust, and he let go, and he was fine. He was absolutely fine, and he was embraced by what he called divine love. So today I put on his necklace. This is a jade hook from Kauai. I got it for myself, actually. I don't remember what year it was. And he always loved it. So at some point, when he was sick, I said, okay, I will let you have this hook. Every time I wore it, he'd be like, ooh, because he was a green boy. He loved green. So he loved anything green. And so I said, if you get better, try work on getting healing better, I will give this to you. If you can get home, get back out of the hospital. He'd been in the hospital for a couple months. So he did. I actually left it with him at the hospital. I kind of tied it to his bed so he could look at it. And he got better, and he got home, and he was able to get well enough during that time to go to the Sonoma County Fair, which was one of his last wishes, basically. It was kind of like, yeah, he wanted to be in the joy of that feeling of, celebrating life and fun and eating all that crappy ass food that you may as well eat before you die, because it's here. So at least once go and have one of those funnel cakes. You know which one I'm talking about. The greasy ass fried ones. Yeah. And so anyway, so green. So I put on the hook. I went out to the forest and I just hung out, and I felt him around. And then I always get a sandwich, and I go to the bench and I sit. I hike in about, I don't know, maybe 2 miles, and then I sit and have lunch. And as I'm sitting there, I start to feel him, and I hear him. And here's what he says. He says, I can tell you with absolute 100% certainty that there's nothing to fear, and that there is really only love. And the more that we focus on the love, the more the fear dissipates and disappears. He said, with absolute certainty, there's nothing to fear. And I just felt him in my heart. I thought, oh, he's telling me some truth. That was it. to share that message that there really is nothing to fear if we stay within our heart and feel the love for ourselves, for others, for the world, for this planet, for all of it. And it's not to be minimized. The power of that love energy it's all there is. So that was amazing. And it just felt, and some people have had experience of interacting with their ancestors in this way. And we can all touch in with those ones, our loved ones that have passed through, if we stay within our heart and really listen. That's the other part of this, is to really continue to listen to your heart, because that wisdom is available and it's a guiding force at all times. Then I had just some other beautiful touch-ins from my sister who's passed, my sister Rebecca. And I just cried. I allowed myself to cry and feel like the missing of them, and to feel the beauty of their presence still, and to feel so grateful to have that love flowing between the worlds. I just figured y'all want to hear the story. Thanks for listening.